Boom! There we go. We should have mic now. This comment I read said, just got back 4 days at White Oak Creek Campground with my fifth wheel. Awesome. I am very jealous. Men in tubs are sexy. All right. That's from a subscriber. That's not my words. But that had to do with a post on my community tab that I posted earlier of me in a bathtub. Of course, with bubbles. Anyways, how are we doing? Okay, sounds great. So we got good audio on the mic. Let me do something real quick if you guys don't mind. And in 3, 2, 1, if you don't mind, please give me a mic check on. All right, so obviously that. How did that sound? What do I need to do with the volume? How you doing, Roberts? Chester, I appreciate your input. How was the display? It was good. Okay. Because that's something that we are going to be doing here shortly. Good. So, welcome to the stream. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I am getting a little bit better at this. I'm starting to learn how to set up like warnings to go out and stuff like that. So everybody that has your alerts turned on, you should have got an alert an hour ago that said, hey, Dan's going to go live at 6 p.m. And I think it should have told you the title, which is, I forget, exclusive video, learn how to weed eat like Dan, and then live Q&A after the end of it. So exclusive video. So let me explain what I mean by exclusive video. If I put exclusive video in my live stream titles, then that means that the video that you're going to watch during the live stream is not available outside of the live stream or the DVR. So it's not going to be an uploaded video. So that's a way for me to thank you guys for watching a live stream video. My normal mowing videos will go up in normal mowing videos. You know, other things that we do normally will go up as normal uploads. But for the Tuesday night show, I want to be able to give you guys something that thanks you for being here. So tonight, a special treat is we're going to be, good afternoon, Final Touch. We're going to be, discussing how I weed eat, the way I weed eat, and some tips and tricks on setting up your weed eater to be able to just buzz along and float like the ninja or the Jedi warrior or the Jedi master or the trim master or the whatever master you guys, nothing to do with fishing. Whatever master you guys want to call me, with the weed eater, I'm going to show you guys a video that I made in my backyard, of course, prior to this, because I'm not going to be in my house with a weed eater stinking up my house. So I have a really nice video to spend some time with you guys on. It'll show you guys all the ins and outs of setting up a weed eater and why you should set it up the way I recommend setting it up. And then with practice, you will be able to weed eat really good if you follow these key points. It's really super important. It's going to make perfect sense to you when you hear it and when you see it. And that's the cool part about it. It's going to make perfect sense to you. But until maybe you're showed it or shown it, or until you realize it, it doesn't make sense to you because you just don't understand and you get frustrated and sweats in your eyes and you get pissed off and you want to throw your weed eater across the yard. Been there, done that. So I'm going to try to help you to not do that. So let me look through. Feels so. You should. John, I don't know. What was your question? Sorry, John. I mean, they fly by, man. They fly by. How you doing, Mom? I'm looking for it. Great audio. Sounds great. On Lake Eupholia. You got back with your fifth wheel. My weeder and I are standing by. Hello, everyone from Ashford. I didn't see your question. I'm sorry. I looked. I don't see it. Just a few more days of heat, then seeding season down here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Do you seed lawns? What do you, or what would you use? I don't seed yards. There's so many companies around here that do that sort of stuff. They do like aeration. They do like the dethatching. There's a company that runs around here with all the machines that does the aeration and dethatching. And it's like Bull Landscape or something like that. They do a good job. They're not cheap. But I've seen their work. They do a good job. And if somebody asked me if I would do that, I would say give Bull a call. They do a good job. So, but I don't do that. But if I had to seed a small little area, I would just go to the store and buy the Scott's seed and water it in. I've done it in my yard here, but then we got a freeze in 2 weeks, and it failed. So that's my fault. You're welcome. Just got my reminder 5 minutes ago. You know, okay, so Creator Studios, YouTube's Creator Studio, I follow them because they give information about not just live streams, but, you know, for creators, different things, different tips and tricks. And what they said is that not everybody gets a notification. It's the more active you are on a person's channel, the more what's the word I'm looking for here, guys? The more, not prone, but the more likely you are to get a notification. So if you're not somebody that visits my channel, and this isn't me trying to get you to visit my channel, this is what they said. If you're not somebody who visits my channel very often, you're going to be on the bottom of the list in the YouTube computers to send out notifications. I have no control over that. That's them. The more active you are, you're first to get notified. Why? I don't know. Maybe because their computers are only so capable of doing so much in a 1.5 billion user platform, I guess. I don't know. I'm willing to bet Ashuri, who's extremely active on both of my channels, got notifications a while back. But I did set it for an hour earlier. But just remember, guys, you can set your clock to it, set your alarm on your phone. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday night. We'll do Tuesday Night Live. If something happens where I can't do it, then I'll let you guys know. If I'm mobile, then I have a 10S that I can go live on as long as I have a decent connection to at least say, hey, something came up, this happened, I'm on an emergency. I mean, if it's something I can actually do. Yep, your Central Time. Are there aftermarket blades for large mowers like you to accept a Honda-like twin blade instead of the Gator blades? That I don't know, but maybe somebody in the comment section can answer that. I'm not sure. I honestly have not seen that, but I bet people have, and I bet they can help you with that. And I would highly suggest you go into my video library or just do like Dan's vlog lawnmower blade. Just type that in and let some of my lawnmower blade videos come up. Pick one, maybe one of the latest ones or the ones most recent, and drop a comment in there. And when I see it, I'll like it and I'll love it. And that way it'll be at the top. Maybe I'll pin it and it'll be at the top. And I guarantee somebody somewhere in the next 24 to 48 hours will see that comment and say, hey, I know exactly what you mean and I got them. Or no, they don't exist. Or yes, they do. Go look at this other channel. This guy sucks, and this other guy knows. Who knows what'll happen? But we can do that. So, without further ado, we have enough people on the stream now. I think we got the table set to go on. We'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be in a little box right now watching the video. But before I go any further, I want to say thank you to Los Barbers for my awesome shirt, Los Barbers Barbershop. They gave me an awesome shirt to wear on my live stream. They got some cool artwork. See my wings? It's my wings, baby. They gave me this shirt. I said I'll wear it on my live stream and I'll tell everybody about it, where you get this awesome haircut from. They usually slick me up, blade it all the way to the skin, give me a nice high and tight. They're pretty awesome over there, man. When you walk in, they're located in Pooler, and they're located here in Savannah, which we're not actually in Savannah. We're in unincorporated Chatham, but it's basically Savannah on where the Berwick Shopping Center is, the Berwick Kroger and all that. They're in there, right by Seasons of Japan and Anytime Fitness. They're right between them two. Los Barbers, awesome. You walk in, they got music jamming on a sound system better than any sound system I've ever heard. It's usually some type of a Latin music going on. Obviously, Los Barbers. I walk in there, if they're playing some Tom Petty, I get mad. I tell the owner, I said, no, 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 no. I came in here to get a haircut and listen to salsa. And he'll switch it up real fast, and it's awesome. There's a pool table in there. It's a great barbershop. So if you're in the Pooler area, if you're visiting Savannah or Pooler or anywhere around here, if you're passing through, if you need to get a haircut, check out Los Barbers. I go to them every week, usually Thursday afternoon. You want to meet me there, that's fine. Sometimes Friday afternoon. You want to meet me there and say hi, go see Max. He's my barber. But you go see any of those people there. They are awesome. So they gave me this shirt, and I said I'd wear it on the stream. So anyways, let's get into the purpose of today, which is this video. So I'm going to show you guys some very important tips and tricks with setting up your weed eater. So let's get to that. It's about a 12 or 13 minute video. Remember, you can always go back on the slider bar on your video player right now and go back to the beginning, or if you missed something, you can always go back. And also, about an hour to 2 hours after the live stream ends, I will make it public. Once everything's set up and I set a thumbnail up and all that. So let's wait, what? Okay, you are okay, hang on. You are shitty. Yeah, you really have a barber for a number? No, it's not a number one. He shaves it. I used to do it myself. Oh, let me make it show. Sorry. If you cuss, it's going to be banned until I read it, because like there's 13-year-olds and stuff like that watch my videos, and they side hustle too. And there's young people. My kids don't really watch it. I'm boring. But so if you cuss, it's blocked until I approve it, just so you know. Yes, I don't do a number one. He does a number one on top, and then he does a really nice fade, but then he skins it, blades it all the way to the skin. I really like that. And I just don't have the patience to do it, although I did do a video of me cutting my hair. If you could do a search for Dan's vlog, Customer Thinks I Suck, is the title. We went Rambo on that chick. So pretty cool video. So let's get into today's, hi Iowa. It is exclusive, and you can only see it from the live video. The video is recorded later, but it's not a normal upload. So if you don't watch the live videos, in other words, my live video that I did last week, which should be an incredibly popular video, how to build your business, how to build and grow your lawn service business. People, I get that question every day in 10 videos a day. Well, that video only has like 1,000 and something views. But if I put a lawn mowing video up and I title it Cutting Grass, and that's it, it'll have 5,000 views in 10 to 12 hours. So the live video, if you don't watch the live video or the recorded live video that it then goes up recorded, then you don't see this. So that's what I mean. You have to watch this. You guys get first crack at it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into, boom, the video. You guys ready? I will glance at the chat. If there's audio issues, please let me know right away, and we will adjust them.
All right, so obviously this is pre-recorded for the live show, but I wanted to make sure that this is only a part of the live show, and then what's recorded, you know, for later playback for people that can't make it to the live show. But I want to start doing this more often, where the live viewers and the live show rewind watchers, or whatever the hell you want to call it, get exclusive content. So something that's really, really popular with you guys is my weed eating, how I weed eat, the skills that I have on video. Popular questions. We'll get to those as well.
Still no audio? Hold on.
Bit different. So it fits me a little bit different, and I can buzz along quickly with the echo just like I can buzz along quickly with the steel. The difference is the steel has more power than the echo. It's a lower CC echo, so we're not going to knock it. We're not knocking equipment today. But with this extra reach, and it's about, I'm 5'8", except like I've told you guys before, my Tinder profile, I'm 6'1", 210. Swipe right. But anyways,
The thing is, the audio is going through the display speakers and into my tabletop mic. The audio should be from the display straight through OBS and into the stream. So it's not right. I could shut down OBS and then restart it, and the stream will keep going. But if the audio is okay like this, I'll keep it like this.
5'8", so you see how this is right here, right? We're about like what, 5'10", right here, 5'9", 5'10". I don't know, I can't tell. But whatever that is, that makes a big difference. The FS70 was like right here, and the echo's about right here. And that 3 or 4 inches, it helps a lot with your reach. So when you're sitting there picking out a weed eater, think about it. Think about me, I'm 5'8", and the reach puts the head exactly perfect without me hunching down, and it fits, everything fits, because you're going to do adjustments, and those adjustments are going to help you buzz along. But those adjustments, if you have a short weed eater or a long weed eater, and you're a short person, you're vertically challenged, and you have a long FS 100 like this, then you might not want the longer weed eater. You might be like, no, I think I'll go with the KM90 or something like that. If that's the case, then when you go to a dealer and you're holding a weed eater, remember these key points. Grab it exactly how they have it set up. Just grab it and put it down. Where's the head? Where's the angle of the head? Is the head like this? Is the head like this? Or is it like a nice flat boom? That's like perfect. This is perfect, right? Number one. Number two, where's this handle? This handle right here in relation to the engine. And the important be the rotation of the head. So which way does your head rotate? Mine rotates this way. Mine rotates counterclockwise, and I walk to my right. Okay? What do I mean? I mean, I walk to my right. And as I'm walking to my right, the weeder line is going this way. The significance to that is the spinning of the head and the direction you walk. Here's what I do. I want you to watch this. When I grab the weed eater, that's where I grab it. Boom. My hand every time, my pinky every time, my finger every time. If you ever look on my videos, my hand never moves. This is where I am. Okay? And what that does is it puts my head on an angle this way. And having it that way, with the weed eater line spinning this way, guarantees I'll never gouge a yard because I'm walking that way. That means that as I'm walking, my head is angled up. I'm going like this. I can't gouge a yard. If I come back, I could. So you need to be careful when you come back. But if you're walking straight line, weed eater along, the weed eater cannot gouge your grass because the angle of the head is back and not down. How do you achieve that? Muscle memory, where you grab it. How do you achieve it with the weed eater? Adjust your handle. All your handles are adjustable. Every weed eater I ever seen is adjustable. Here, the Echo has a couple bolts and a couple bolts there. So what you do is you grab where you are comfortably where you would normally comfortably grab your weed eater. Always grab it there. Look at the angle of the head. If the angle of the head is this way, then take your handle, loosen it a little, move your handle this way, which will cause your head to go back because you're grabbing it now where you're used to it. So this is your spot, so move the spot here. Tighten it down. Now when you grab that spot, the shaft will be this way. It'll be like this is here, boom. You move it this way, you're moving your head this way. Opposite, if it's too far this way, you see what I'm saying? You move it this way, it moves it that way. If it's too far this way, you move it the other way. Move your handle to where the direction that you walk is higher than the direction that you leave behind you. Regardless, if you are a guy or girl that weed eats backwards, okay, or you hold it backwards compared to me, and you walk this way, then same rules apply. You don't want the weed eater head down as you're walking this way. You'll gouge the crap out of your yard. You want it this way. And you want it to go down on this side and up on the side that you're moving. Alright? If you can do that by adjusting this handle, then you can haul butt when you're weed eating because you're not going to gouge the yard. You don't have to sit there and be like, oh. You can just move along because the head is not going to gouge, or the line is not going to gouge because the angle of the head. So get your handle. These handles have bolts for a reason, right? Up, down, to get your natural, comfortable feel. Left, right, or left, right, depending on if you're moving the head or moving the handle, changes your natural muscle memory of where you grab the weed eater, boom, and boom, there's the head on a slight angle. Very slight, but it's a slight angle. That's your basics for weed eating. All right, the next thing is where do you put this on? I put it right on the air cleaner. I'm just like this. I'm locked in tight. Very rarely do you see me like this. Very rarely. Go back in my videos. You don't see me like this. You see me like this. Elbow, air cleaner, going to town. This hand, boom, right here. I'm locked. I can go like this. I can adjust my earbud. Nothing changes. I grab the handle, I keep going. I go around, I come back, and I go. Nothing changes. Elbow locked, hand, throttle. This hand, muscle memory. Same time, or same place every time. Head back just a little bit. grass all over you? Yep, better you than anything else. If it bothers you, wear pants. It doesn't bother me. That's your basics for weed eating. If you can do that, if you understand that this handle's adjustable, and you think about the weed eater head and the rotation. Now, if your head rotates the other way, if you have a curve shaft, which a lot of them rotate the other way, and you walk this way, but it rotates that other way, same rules apply. Get the head angled up, the angle that you're cutting. Not drastic, just a little bit. And that puts it on an upward trajectory. And that upward trajectory will not allow the line to go brink into the grass. But if you start going backwards, then you need to pay attention to that. So you go forward, you come back, you twist your wrist. Forward, I'm exaggerating it, but that's what you do. That's what you see me doing when I'm working. That's what you see me doing. I'm just like this. I can stop, I can adjust my earbuds, I can line it up, and I can keep going. So let's take it back inside. That's your basics. If you guys can follow those key points, I promise you your weed eating skills will improve greatly. One more time real quick. Get your balance, get your handle right, muscle memory. Grab the handle at the same place every time. So wherever you naturally grab it, put your hand there, look at the head. Where's the head pointed in relation to the rotation of the head? Make sure whichever way you walk, that the head is up. That's exaggerated, but make sure the head is up as you walk this way, not down, because then it'll gouge. Not flat, because it'll gouge. Just a little up. I mean a little. And you will be weed eating like me in 30 years. That's how long I've been doing this. All right, let's take it back inside and open it up to live Q&A.
So there you go. That's how I set up my... sorry, Cody. Sorry. I know you're trying to cuss, but even though you're misspelling your cuss words, I'm set up smarter than the average boo-boo. Bye-bye. So, if you guys have any questions about what we just went over, about what, now's the time. This is, thanks for being, also pretty. You are very welcome, but I never thought about the rotation of the head. Yep. The rotation of the head is a small part. I made it a little bit bigger than it really is, and after going back and then editing it, I was like, really, there wasn't much to the rotation of the head that matters too much. It's more the rotation of your movement. So if you go like I go from left to right, then you want the right side of the weed eater head to be up just a tick so you don't drive it into the grass. Especially if you come up to uneven ground as you're weed eating along and you come up to a little berm or a little something, if you're already on a little bit of a lower angle or even flat, there's a very good chance the weed eater line is going to catch it and drive your weed eater head right into the ground. And man, that sucks. I've done it. I've done it. I'm a pro at going crap and then having to blend it out. And maybe one day in one of my lawn videos, I'll show you guys how to blend out a scalp with a lawnmower blade and stuff like that. Also, a really cool trick is, have you ever ran over a newspaper? Yeah, it might sound stupid, but if you do enough lawns in your life, you're gonna run over a freaking newspaper or like a little teeny telling cell or something in the freaking yard is gonna be like confetti everywhere. I have the coolest trick on how you can get that cleaned up like that. Not going to tell you though. I'm going to have to show you guys in the video and make you wait for it. Is Echo different from your steel? I mean, the Echo that I have is different from the steel because this steel is a higher end commercial line and the Echo I have is a lower end residential line. So I don't want to compare the two or do a versus because that's not fair. That'd be like me against a pro quarterback. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, duh, of course I'm better. That's not even fair to the quarterback, dummy. But you see what I'm saying? So there's a difference between the commercial steel and the residential Echo that I have. And a lot of that has to do with just power. The CCs on that is like 21.5 or something like that. and the CC on this still is probably like 28 to 30 something. Plus this is a 4 mix, so it's got the valves and it's got much more power in a lower RPM than the 2 cycle regular 2 mix, regular 2 cycle echo, which if you just give it a little throttle, it's really not doing anything. There's no power at the head. So it's not fair. It's not this, you know, it's not the same. That's right. I told you, man, that 0.80 line. Did you get the 80 line that I recommend from the links in the video descriptions? That stuff is the bomb. It doesn't melt in your head. It's inexpensive. It lasts a long time. You can edge with it, weed eat with it. Lower RPMs, it slices like a razor blade right through your weeds, your grass, and everything, man. You don't have to have higher RPMs with thicker line to get it to slice. It's the bomb, man. It works great. It's like the perfect mix of you know, the thickness, and it doesn't melt, and it's consistent right across the board. It's the weed eater line is always where you expect it to be. It doesn't float on you when you're weed eating, and that makes a big difference. Yeah, you might be. You very well might be. Okay, let me see. Due to the lawnmower trending toward the sidewalk. Wait, when you start that first line with the lawnmower, walk behind lawnmower, do you do it to where the left 2 wheels touch the sidewalk? I can't figure the best way to do it. I hate that low cut. That's a great question, Jose. And I actually been waiting for that question, and I actually answered that question in this video that you just watched, but I edited it out for time because I knew somebody would ask me. Don't put the wheels of your lawnmower on a sidewalk, driveway, pavers, or anything like that unless you are absolutely certain that it's not going to drop the mower lower than the cut height you want. So if you have nice, thick, beautiful lawn, like the mayor's lawn, and it should be cut at 4 inches, but he wanted it cut down lower, you would not want to drop your wheels, whether it's a wide area mower or if it's a regular push-type mower or whatever you're dealing with. If you drop your wheels on the sidewalk, the driveway, the pavers, whatever you got, a curb, you risk scalping your lawn. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe this customer has shoddy lawn. Maybe it's not thick grass at all. Maybe it's low grass. Maybe he likes to cut at 2 or 2.5 inches. And the grass is here and the sidewalk is here. But the mower rides on the dirt and the grass, but when you go up on the sidewalk, now your grass goes like this, then it goes up to the sidewalk. And you're on it. So don't run your mower on the sidewalks and driveways and stuff like that unless you're absolutely sure that the sidewalk isn't going to make your mower lower. If it makes your mower higher, that's okay. And if it makes the mower the same, that's okay. But if it's going to drop it down lower, then don't do it at all. Keep the wheels on the grass. And if you have a wide area mower larger than 36 inch, the deck is going to come out further than the wheels anyways. A 48 inch is going to come out this far further on each side of the deck. So if you're walking with your front caster wheels about 6 inches in from the sidewalk and your main drive wheel is right close to the sidewalk, your deck is hanging over about this far. So you're going to get a nice edge on that lawn, you know, a nice cut. If you have a 36 inch, not necessarily. If you have a push mower, absolutely not. That is why, to answer the question that so many people ask, why do you run around the yard with the weed eater where the edges are right after you mowed it or before you mow it? And the answer is because I want to control the height of the edge of the lawn. I don't want the sidewalk, driveway, pavers, curb, or anything else to control the height of my cut. I want to control it. So depending on what the sidewalk and everything is doing, I may or may not run my wheels on it. But no matter what I do, you will always see me square up the yard. Go over to the next area and square up the yard. Whether it needs it or not, I'm going to ensure that I put my finishing touch where the grass meets the pavement, the surface, whatever it is. It takes 2 seconds to do. Literally, it takes 2 seconds to do. Gives you an opportunity to put your eyes on the sidewalk edge that I edge first always, so that way when I weed eat, if I miss something with the edger, if something got by, if there's weeds in the sidewalk cracks going across, then as I'm buzzing around on the edge of the lawn, right at all the surfaces, I can whoop zzz, and hit those weeds in the sidewalk crack real quick. And if I see something in the crack that I missed, whoop, I can hit that real fast, no problem. So that's why I always run around. It's really important. Edging asphalt can be a real pain in the butt. Look, any good, at least not as good as edging concrete. It doesn't, but you still can do it. I did it in Florida where I used to live. We used to edge the asphalt all the time. If you don't, what happens is the runners will start growing into the asphalt, and then you're never going to get it out. So if you have an asphalt driveway, get a nice clean edge on it. It's really important. And don't be afraid to use a non-select herbicide that'll kill anything green, and very, 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 very carefully hit anything that might be growing stuck in the asphalt and get rid of that. Kill it off. But edge that asphalt up really nice. I can't tell you how important that is. Use a 22-inch push mower, Toro lawnmower. I'm doing my very best to keep my customers happy and my bills paid. Planning on upgrading. Thanks for your help. You are very welcome, Jose. That's why I am here. I love helping you guys out and giving you guys information. So you can go on, you can do great things, you know. That's what it's all about. Oh, longer shaft weed trimmer for people over 6 feet tall. I could not agree more, Tim. I'm only 5'8", but I love the fact that my steel, my FS100, has a longer shaft than like the FS70 or the Echo or the KM90 Combi. That longer shaft, I don't know what it is about it. It took me about a month to get used to it. I wasn't sure if I liked it. Then when I got the FS70 as a backup weed eater, I sold it. I sold it to a good buddy of mine. There was nothing wrong with it. It just, that longer shaft made such a huge difference with the feel. I don't know what it was, but it put the head at the exact angle I needed, straight from front to back. Where the FS70 was shorter, it was picking up the back of it. And I found that I had a hard time not getting the front of that weed eater head to grab the yard and yank me along. And there's no way that you can drop the back of a weed eater head unless you drop your arm. And that's why I said in my video, grab it, muscle memory, what feels good. You should be able to move your arms, lock it in. Where's the head? If it's not flat, front to back, put that back on the shelf and grab another one until you find the brand and the model that fits you, flat, front to back, and then the handle you can adjust left and right. Man, keep going with that asphalt edging. It is vital. Maybe David from last week, my buddy David from Florida will jump in. He's down there in South Florida, Hollywood, Pembroke Pines area, and if he catches a stream, he could tell you what it's like. They're still dealing with that asphalt crap, you know, asphalt driveways and crap down there in the Hollywood, Pembroke Pines area. A lot of people switched over to pavers. Pavers is nice. Do you edge pavers? No, I don't edge pavers with a edger. I edge pavers with a weed eater. And then, of course, spray the weeds and be really, really careful. All right, man. Appreciate it, Triple D. Don't tell us where you work, but I hope you have a good job and you enjoy it. And let's see, so if you work midnight, then you must be cutting grass when you get off work in the mornings and side hustling like a mug, man. Wow. Cool. Yeah, man. And then do a video and show everybody how it worked. And then link to my video. And send me the video so I can watch it. And then I can say, look, this dude followed my advice and now he's a weed eater ninja. Hello, Steve. How are you, sir? How do you keep your weed eater at a level height as you go around the yard? I just can't get it down. It goes back to the video I just made. I don't know if you watched the beginning of it, but the length of the weed eater and having the handle where you need it front to back. If you have your handle too far forward, you're going to be pulling the head up. If you have the handle too far back, you're going to be letting the head fall. So you need to find about 12 to 13, 14 inches between the throttle and that handle, and that's where you'd put it, and then see how it fits you. See how that weed eater fits you. And if the head is up, then the shaft is too long, like maybe my FS100. If the head is down, then the shaft is too short, like maybe the FS70, and you might need the FS100. But you should not, if you want to trim fast and good and not have burns, and I mean effortlessly trim, then it's really important that you get the right length and it fits you. Everybody's different. So you have to go to a dealer and you have to try them out. Adjusting the handle back and forth, that, you know, or left and right, that's the easy thing. That's just adjusting your angle of your head. All right. And that goes back to the video I just made that says, hey, have it up a little bit to the direction you're going, or up this way if you go the other way. But as far as having the head flat, that's the length of the shaft and where you have your handle. So you got to try them out. Got to keep trying them out. I've never used 2,4-D. I've seen some people have used 2,4-D. I've never used it. I just use Spectracide. Now, is it the same stuff? I don't know. I don't use commercial products because I don't do like commercial lawn service videos. I do like the side hustle, homeowner. I'm just Joe Schmo or Joe Syphon Schmo, and I'm going to throw a lawnmower in the back of my Kia Soul, and I'm going to go try to make $50 this weekend. So I use like over-the-counter stuff. So I'm ignorant when it comes to the different stuff that's out there. So feel free to give advice, but just be careful with the advice you give. Hi, Brooks. How's Statesboro? Be careful with the advice you give, because you're talking to people that are not licensed. They're not very educated in the chemicals and the usage, and we don't want to get anybody in trouble. So over-the-counter stuff from the big box stores is usually where I stay with advice, because it's something they can get and apply and not have issues. So just be careful. How you doing, Mansoor? I read all your comments, and I really appreciate you commenting as much as you do. I really do appreciate that. HUS 525L doesn't have a cruise setting on the RPM. I have a cruise setting on mine. It's the 2 fingers. I don't know. Is that a blower you're talking about, Chester, maybe? All right, take care, Triple D. So you're in Central Florida. That's cool. Okay, I'm trying to learn how to keep the RPM low so it don't throw stuff back on me when my RPM gets too high. The sting starts. Well, that's just something you have to get used to. Also, if you're not using the .080 line, then you might be swinging a baseball bat through your debris rather than a wet noodle. What I mean is 0.95 or 0.095 line, or the 0.105 line and up is really strong line. And if you're like weed eating around P-rock and mulch and stuff like that, that line will be like a baseball bat grabbing that stuff and swatting it at you. Whereas like 0.080 or thinner line will bend if it hits the rock. And you're at a lower RPM already anyways because you're around rock, right? And so as you've got the weed eater head angled backwards and you're going backwards and you're pulling the debris away from the beds and the debris coming back at you, the thinner line has less of a chance of being a baseball bat going through that stuff. So that's another great advantage to that line that I linked to in my video descriptions. Really good stuff. Go over my camera equipment again. I'll tell you what I'll do, Steve. In the cards on this video, and I'm going to put it right here, because people get really upset with me when I post videos that are outside the lawn service realm of this channel. And I get it. I completely understand that. I mean, when I put on the NFL, I don't care to see people kneeling, right? Or politics involved. I just want to watch a game. When you put Dan's vlog on, you don't want to hear about my cameras and lighting and studio. You want to hear about lawn service, and you want to hear the machines, and you want some tips and tricks, and you want to see what's going on with that. So on Dan's Vlog 912, once I get all my equipment put into my studio, which I painted this weekend, I got the trim, the doors all done. I got the walls done. I steamed cleaned the carpets. I got some furniture set up in there. I'm getting ready. I wanted to wait for this show to end. And then this week, I got a week now to move all my equipment, and get it all in there and hardwire my computer to the router. So we're not doing wireless Wi-Fi streaming anymore. We'll be hardwired to the router, so we'll have a more stable signal. And then we will on that channel post a video on live streaming, lights, cameras, and everything that I do. But I will say this. This is the camera that I use for my lawn service, the Sony Action Cam 8S20. Link is in the video description below. In all my videos, way down toward the bottom, tech and vlogging gear. This is the 8S20. Why did I get an alert when I have everything turned off? Anyways, boom, 8S20. Sony Action Cam 8S20. And it has a mic port. And so that's awesome because you can put the Rode mic that I have right in there. And the audio, as you may have heard in that video, is crystal clear. Not sure why it wasn't picking up the display. Not sure why it was completely done for. I think I should have just shut down OBS and fired it back up right before the stream started. That's what I should have done. But I didn't. I was more concerned with turning my phones off and locking the dogs up, because I've learned that they that's an issue. And thank you. I appreciate that. And do you know that I had to... Wait, are you leaving? Please hit the like button for this live stream. Yay, thank you, everyone. Okay, you're not leaving. Okay, I thought you were like saying bye. Yeah, I've been making notes and stuff on, like, wait, before the stream, do the following. Turn off phones. Lock up dogs. Have a water ready. And dedicate an hour to these people because they deserve it. So here we are. And we got just a little bit more to go. So I want to answer all your questions. I just have to learn the finger method of keeping the RPM at the correct level. You do. And that will come in, if you can lock your elbow to your throttle, that will come in very handy because you'll be more steady, with the throttle. And if you're just free floating the machine out there, and you don't have your elbow locked onto the machine, onto the air cleaner like I did in my video, it makes it a little bit harder. This was given to me on my trash truck route about a month ago, and I posted a picture in my community tab for the posts. It's kind of like when you post something on Facebook, same thing, but I just used YouTube. This was given to me by a little boy named Hugo. And so every Wednesday, him and his mom sit outside and wait and listen for the trash truck to come around, and I do the recycling, and he wanted to give me this. So I thought that was super sweet. So we took a picture of Hugo. We put it up on my community post. So check that out, please, and give it a like. So it's got like over 400 likes, which is really cool. And I told the mom I was going to, hey, Dave. I told his mom I was going to make the kid popular. Hi, Connecticut. Connect, I cut. That's how you remember how to spell Connecticut. Connect, I cut. Let me see. Are there any more questions? It is a trimmer. Okay. The 5251 is a trimmer. Let me look up here. Did I miss anybody? Oregon 0.80. That's what I use. Oregon. I think it's called Oregon Pro. Hot, but added a new client today. Yes, it is hot. Congratulations on a new client. You're always welcome. It is my pleasure. Thank you, sir. I'm just going back. I just want to make sure I don't really miss anything. I didn't miss anybody or anything like that. I really do appreciate you guys. But check out the Dan's Vlog 912 channel if you're into gaming. I try to keep the language down, although every once in a while you might get a G, dang it. You may get an expletive. I try not to drop the F-bomb on that channel ever, or this channel. I just don't think there's I just don't think there's a purpose for dropping the F-bomb. But I'm not going to say I don't do it in person, but I just don't think it's on video. But I try to keep it friendly. My kids stream with me. My kids' friends stream with me. So you'll hear me and you'll hear other kids, and you know, it's all of us just playing Fortnite or PUBG or Apex Legends. We're just having some fun, blowing off some steam, but it's a good way to bond. And the way I run it is I'm not out to get blood, although, and it's not bloody, but I'm not out to get blood. I explain the things that I'm doing when I'm playing the game with strategy. So if you're interested in playing the games and interested in learning, I kind of teach you different things that you could do, because it's a daunting task to try to survive in these games where 8-year-olds are freaking godlike and you're dead instantly. So if you were interested in playing and it's just too confusing, but you want to play, you want to get, you know, you want to be able to play with your kids. I mean, you could try to stop your kids, but that's the way the future is, though. So if your kids are playing and you want to try to play with them and have fun with your kids, my channel can help you. Believe it or not, my streams will help you survive and last. And my kid like really respects me. He tells his friends like, dude, listen to my dad. He knows what he's doing. They're like, yeah, but he can't build. Yeah, he doesn't need to. He makes it into the top 5 all the time. And as soon as he gets better at some building and better at his aim, he's going to win all the time. So strategy, you know. Yeah, we're still cleaning up Tybee from the wind damage. We didn't have too much here, but you know, we still had some wind damage with the trees and stuff like that. I love my kids. My kids are my life, man. My kids are my life. Okay, do you mix your own gas mix? I do, but I think you're talking to the other guy. So maybe somebody is having a problem. Okay. Yep. So you two work out your situations there. Help them out. Give them some advice and all that good stuff. I really appreciate that. That's pretty awesome. Does anybody have any more questions on the Weed Eater, or any more questions in general you'd like to ask right now live? I'll answer it before we shut this down, but we are closing up onto the hour. Do you think it's good to combine the service with irrigation sprinkler? Some of my clients ask for it and I don't like it. Then don't do it. Refer it out to those that do like it and see if you can get a thank you. There's nothing like making $100 on a job when all you had to do is give a phone number. You see what I'm saying? So if they're going to do a complete sprinkler installation for $2,500 to $4,000, you know, hey man, I got this client, blah, blah, blah. Can you meet me there? Until you build a rapport and subcontract it out. Make sure they're licensed and insured, because they're digging in power line areas, man. So make sure they're licensed and insured, and maybe even bonded. And don't be afraid to ask them for the documentation. If they're licensed and insured, they'll be proud to show you that they're licensed and insured. And then say, hey, you know, I got clients that need their sprinklers fixed. I got this, I got that. They want, you know, a zone or whatever, and I just don't know. You know, what do you normally charge? What's a service call? $75, $80, whatever. That's cool. Let me give you some work, and then maybe down the road, give me an Olive Garden gift certificate. You know, and start building a rapport to where he says, yeah, I got a guy who cuts grass, and you say, yeah, I got a guy who does sprinklers. But don't do work that you don't like to do, because I would say to try to use that time to find work that you do like to do. Even if that means you cut your price down by 50% to get the job. Get the job and do something you enjoy doing and make the money doing it. Now, I mean, with a grain of salt, though, I say that, but there are times when you're going to take cleanup jobs that you don't want to do. You don't want to do that yard. Hell no, I don't want to do that yard. But you do it because it's going to pay the bills, and you might not have anything else to do. So if you can do it, do it. But if you really don't like doing it and you're not sure how to do it, and it might be something over your head, refer it out. Sub it out. Start calling some sprinkler companies and become friends with pesticide companies, sprinkler companies, nurseries that do their own installation, because customers are going to want things done and you might not want to do it. And you can say, yeah, I can get that squared away for you. And you call the nursery and you say, hey, look, man, here's some pictures. This is what they're thinking. Can you give me a rough estimate? And you go back and say, yeah, I got, you know, Old Town Nursery. Yeah, they could do this for $3,000. They'll do the warranty and everything. We can set something up. They'll come over and talk to you. And then, you know, you say to Old Town, say, hey, look, man, I got you in right around that $3,000 mark. So, you know, let me know what you can do. Boom. There you go. Next thing you know, customer goes to Old Town Nursery. You know anybody who cuts grass? Yeah, this guy over here cuts grass. And now you have a rapport. And that, when you build a team of different people, then you're branched out. I had a guy named Bryce in Florida who used to do all my pesticide work. So customers would hire me to cut their grass, and they would pay me to do their pesticide, and Bryce was a licensed pesticide applicator. And I would pay Bryce. They would pay me in one check once a month or however it worked out, and then I would pay Bryce. Bryce would go do the yard. His license, his chemicals, his everything. And I'd make like $5. But I didn't do anything. You see what I'm saying? He would charge like 40, I would charge like 45 or something like that, and he would do my yard for free. And I didn't do anything. But what I did do is I kept my account because they didn't have to go somewhere else and find a one-stop shop. So I was the one-stop shop. So think about that. It's ways you could do things. Did a cleanup as a regular cut just to add the client. Part-time hustle. I do that all the time, Brooks. I mean, I do it all the time, man. Most of the videos that I do of these cleanup jobs, I ain't getting no $200. Everyone's like, oh, that better be $200. Not necessarily. It don't better necessarily be anything. It might just be $100. But I know I'm going to make an awesome video out of it. It's going to become a learning moment. And the value in that is tenfold a $200 job. So I don't mind doing something. Yeah, it's good to sub it out. That guy Dave that popped in last week from Florida, Dave did a lot of work for me. I subbed a lot of work out for him. He would handle a lot of commercial properties that I used to do. And I used to keep a lot of money, but I would ask him how much you want. He'd give me the price. I knew what I was getting already. I'd give him the job. I'd get paid. I paid him. I kept the difference. And it was very lucrative. I didn't even have to get out of bed some days, and I was making a full day's pay of lawn maintenance, full day's pay. So it worked out pretty good. I think that's about it. Okay, you can PM me. Okay, good. All right, so you guys are squared away. LSE and Living My Life. You guys got each other's information. 250 to 1 with your 41 just to raise the oil content high as possible. I would still not recommend it, but it works in a crunch, and it does. Yep, absolutely. So what else? We good? I think we're good. I think we got it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson with the Weed Eater and put it to use. Remember, you want your head to be flat front to back, and whichever direction you go, you want it up a little bit in that direction as you're going. So how you get to that point is by adjusting the handle left to right and front to back and having the correct shaft, the correct length shaft for your body type. So an FS100RX might be the perfect dream machine for me. It might not be for Brooks. For Brooks, it might be all screwed up and he needs something else. And that's what makes this such a great world. You can get something else. So, at least when you're, yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. I find lots of mistakes. But you really want to find your mistakes, Tim? I'll tell you exactly how you find your mistakes. Post a freaking video and make it public. Sit back and all your mistakes will be written in the comments. Trust me on that one. Every mistake you've ever made in that mowing video will be seen, all the way down to, hey Dan, you're missing a valve stem cover on your tire on your truck. Yes, sir. You people are very observant. And I love it. I think that is great. I love when people say, Dan, I noticed you took your glasses off with your left hand. I thought you were righty. Creepy. But yes, you're very observant. And it's very funny. But I don't know. I think that's why there's a display behind me of all my broke cameras. Because I need something for you guys to look at. So you don't, because if anything else is behind me, it's fair game. So I know everything behind me is broke. The plant is an indoor plant. It's alive. It's not fake. But broke. Everything's broke. So you can pick on me all you want. That's just straight up display. So that's that. Will this be up to view later? Missed almost all of it. It will. And you could probably take the slider bar right now and slide it all the way back, but I don't know what will happen when I hit stop stream. But it will be up, and just as soon as it's done processing, an hour video will probably take about an hour to an hour and a half to process on YouTube side, and I will make it public. All right, so I am going to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next Tuesday. No guarantees what it's going to be. The comments will take us to our next show. And we'll see what we're going to do. Have a good night, Chris. I appreciate it. Have a good night, William, Whispering Oaks, Brooks, RJ, Ashley. Ashley's one of my biggest supporters on live. I don't know what happened to Ashuri. Ashuri was on earlier, but Ashuri hauled butt for some reason. He was commenting before the show ever went live. But Mom, have a good night. Dave, have a good night. Everybody, have a good night. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for the support. And I will hit stop stream right about now.